Hi, welcome back to Cheeseburger Tries. This video, instead of showing you how I do a thing, I'm actually going to ask you for some advice. So here we have a piece I'm working on. It is Furiosa, as you may have guessed. I have some questions about how to attack certain things. Firstly, I want to know how to attach the shoulder pad in a way that enables motion or, doesn't hinder motion of the shoulder. I had glued it, obviously, at one point, and it really just doesn't hold up. It gets bumped pretty much off immediately. I was thinking it might be good to have like like some kind of way to almost make it like a hinge. I don't know. Not exactly a hinge, but something close to it. That way it would give me some flexibility and movement. And I've already figured out how to fix my head problem, but this is just a head on a skewer here. And so what you're looking at apart from the head, which I believe is actually it's a casting of a head of the X-23 figure. This is just a Wonder Woman body that I sanded down and filled in some crevices I didn't like, or I didn't want her to look quite as chiseled as Wonder Woman does. I figured Charlize Theron isn't that chiseled on screen, so I didn't want her to be quite that muscly. I got it for pretty cheap because the peg in the elbow here had been broken, and I just replaced it with a skewer, and I'll patch this with some more epoxy and then repaint it later. I just want to work out some of the kinks before I bother with that, but and I'll do some more detailing on this hand as well. And so the rest of it is pretty much just me. The shirt, the belts, the pants, these are even sculpted in cuts, the folds of the fabric, what you can see of pretty much from here down is completely sculpted. It's all nothing. There was no base. There was nothing to start with. These belts, etc. I had taken off one of the legs and sanded in a bit so that she could stand with her feet a little bit closer together, because the original figure's feet stood probably about that far apart, and I felt like that was a little bit unnecessary. So almost everything that you're looking at in terms of details is sculpted freshly, except these boots. These are actually from the Hunger Games Rue figure. I just had them laying around, so I thought I'd give them a shot, but they do look proportionately a little bit too small, so I don't think I want to keep them. I also have some questions for you guys. In the movie, she has like a little brand back here, and I was wondering if you guys had any advice about it. Is there a painting technique that can make it look like a raised brand, or should I just cave and try and sculpt it on? So that's something I'd be interested in hearing. And I'd also be very interested, as I said, in figuring out how to get this on without hindering too much shoulder movement. And I'd also really like any advice you have about any boots that would be good for fodder. I'm willing to sculpt a lot of details onto a base figure, but I am not willing to sculpt boots. That's where my limit is. I'm not patient enough for that. So if you have any advice about that, please let me know. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. I genuinely am very interested in any advice anyone out there has. Again, shoulder pad, brand, and boot fodder are my three main hiccups. Otherwise, this is just a labor of love. I just really wanted to have a Furiosa figure, and I have heard that no one currently has the rights to figures for the movie, so I just really wanted to have one, and I wasn't willing to wait and hope desperately that one might come. So, if you guys have any advice for me, please let me know. in the comments or on one of the pages that I have on the website. My cat, sorry, is trying to help me by climbing in front of me. So anyway, yeah, let me know. I would really be interested in what you have to say. Mabel, stop helping, please. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.